Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
and you're on the air with Power Squared. So, the whole idea of this was to introduce our new artist. Gosh, I guess it's Julia.
Wait, I'm what?
Yeah. Yeah, surprise!
When did I agree to?
Yeah, no, it's not a surprise. You knew going in.
I did? No.
Yeah. You get hit on the head, I don't know. But you did know. So, a lot of changes this year, and you're one of the few constants for us.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. So you're moving up. I feel like we're promoting you up to first chair or something. So you're going from colorist to artist / colorist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So are you excited about that?
Yeah, like I've told you before I started working here, I used to do comic work for a woman named Megan Hatfield. So it'll be nice to it's gonna be like a combination of a new experience, but also like going back into something I used to do before. So it's like,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Good. And you like doing it then, so it's not like we're forcing it. Okay.
yeah,
So your art style is different than Rachel's.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? Did you learn stuff from her or?
um, she like I did ask her a couple questions like on terms of like work process like prior and like a bit of advice. She did give me a few pens for me to try, which is like I'm assuming Rachel that's the one she uses for Power Squared, so maybe
Joke's on
that'll
you?
help.
No.
Aha! Oh, God.
No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, like but I also like God in the future if I ever had any other questions I can always like ask her for advice, so at least I have that assurance.
Okay. She didn't say run or anything like that.
No, like pull a Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, she didn't. She didn't do that.
Okay. That's good.
Rachel, if you're watching this, I love you.
Oh, we all love Rachel.
Yeah.
We were all sorry to see her, leave, but she's gone now.
Oh no.
I guess we'll see her next week, but like
So it's like no, she's just like on the background going, "Stop telling everyone I'm dead."
yeah.
Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We'll act like we pre-recorded the book club next week. No.
Oh, book club.
Yeah. So, what do you think that you bring to this art that is new?
Uh, Honestly, I'm not like personally, I'm not entirely like sure exactly, but like for the most part, I'm just trying my best to like try to emulate like her style as best as I can, and hopefully, over the next few issues, there'll be like a constant like I guess style.
Yeah.
Because like I think because like before when I used to work with Megan, it was like a she trusted my like in a way like she trusted my intuition in terms of like just like do what you can in your own way. So the one thing that will be different here is I'm like working through like pillars that have already been built, and hopefully like I can be able to like emulate it or just like do my best to like try to keep it in that constant like I guess if style or if not like I guess like energy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah. So, if for people that don't know, what is your background in? Did you study art, or you just?
Like the best, I guess, the best study I would have done is like I took a couple courses in community college, and then the rest was like mainly like self taught and just like references and stuff.
Okay.
So like I don't have I don't I'm not as like well like educated in this field as like Rachel is.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I mostly just do like I don't want to say the word self taught because it just sounds a bit like weird, but it's like how do I explain this? I'm sorry.
What classes did you take at? I assume Pierce College you went to.
Just like simple things like graphic design, like 2D art, like just like basic stuff from there, and then the rest is just from like experience. Whenever I would have clients come to me for like small little like commissions, like either their own character sheets or like emotes for Twitch or just like anything they need.
Okay. And how did people know that you were doing this?
Mostly word of mouth, and mostly word of mouth from either like friends or family, or like sometimes they would like contact me through Twitter or something, because like I used to have it on my Twitter religiously before I took it off, because I need to start like editing that again, because it's been a while since I've gotten like a freaking flow of commissions.
Yeah. Well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully you won't need them as much with.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. No, but I mean, no, if you.
Yeah. But like, it's one of those things where like oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's like one of those things where I feel like I got like a bit more like experience when like working with like in freelance, because at least that way I got like the hands-on of like someone wanting something else different or like that kind of thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Now I was trying to remember, you came to us a friend of a friend, right?
Yeah, like you guys emailed me about like, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago when I started with you guys. Like I got an email from you saying, "Hey, we've heard from a friend of ours, like they gave you my business card, I guess, because I gave them a couple because they wanted them." And then that's when you guys emailed me and saw my stuff, and that's how it all began.
Okay. Any regrets in the last couple
No.
Why did I say yes? Oh.
That one time we played Katina.
No, but you went to our one signing 2 years ago, or was it a year and a half?
Like sometime last year.
Yeah, well, it's 20.
Yeah, that one was fun though.
That was fun. Mm-hmm. That is the that image. I posted that image. I think a year later that you took of us. I think outside of Pink's or something in line.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was outside of Pink's because we were waiting in line, right. And like the line was taking forever. So I'm just like, let's take a selfie. And
I posted that on LinkedIn, and that's like the most viewed image I've put up there. So.
Yay!
Put that down to you, but not to me. But okay, so what our big test to get you to be the artist was we had you draw a page. Mm-hmm. Which was that? Did it seem fair to do?
Yeah, like it was like something for me to like also get a good look of like how things would be done in the future. Mm-hmm. So it was a good thing for you like to see what I can do, and then also like how it looks when I start like doing it for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and then we had asked you to draw the 4. I guess we consider them the main characters.
Yeah. So like just to get like a good idea of like, because like those are the 4 characters that show up like frequently. Obviously, they're the main characters. So like
they're main minor characters. They hardly ever
so it's like yes, but like my brain died for 2 seconds. I'm so sorry.
my brain dies all the time of the show. So
but yeah, like so, like you said, so you gave me like a script of a page, and then the character sheet along with the references of obviously what the characters look like. Mm-hmm. What do they look like again?
Yeah. And you want to show us what you did? I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Un momento.
This would be sort of this is great for the podcast. Part of it, you know.
So I have. So which one should I pull up first? The page or the character sheet?
Whatever you feel like you want to pull up.
I'm sorry. Which one?
Whichever one you want to.
Okay. I guess we'll start off with the character sheet.
Okay.
Can you guys see it?
No.
Uh-oh. Oh. Wait.
Whoa! It's infinity.
Oh. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, it's screens. Good job, me. There you go.
All right. Okay. So, and who are these guys again? No.
I have no idea. So, from left to right, we have Dr. Atlas, Eli, Marty, and Mocha.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we had to do a couple of variations on this, right?
Yeah, because I believe one of the issues we had was just like I kept on drawing him with like long legs.
Yeah. Is that your style, or interfere with
It was a
it?
combination of my style and also just so I took you and Rachel's advice and like following the following also like the proportions that she had on the side of the character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And like when it like, especially even when I followed that, it still looked a bit weird. So what I ended up doing is so for context, these legs were a lot longer the first go around. So um when I looked at the character sheet again, I figured it was best just to shove out because the way like Rachel had the proportions, it was like each character is about 8 heads like tall,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So I ended up cutting off at least like half a head worth of leg. I never thought I'd say that sentence in my whole life.
Weird, yeah.
So and somehow that fixed a lot of problems.
Yeah. Well, they seem very long. Like yeah.
Yeah.
So can you zoom in on these characters at all?
Yeah. So who do you want?
Oh, I don't know. Just okay. So your favorite character is Mocha, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Mocha is like, yeah, she's my favorite.
Okay, that's fine. You can have a favorite character. So, how do you think yours differs from Rachel's? And I guess we've had two. You're the third artist now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot there was an artist.
There was the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some compare. Those little peak of the weeks I do, which I'm going to do one where it's the various characters drawn by everybody.
Yeah.
Probably like heads or something, because I don't think Seika never did a character design for us. I don't think.
No.
He just sort of drew it. But anyway, so do you think there's differences between how you draw Mocha versus how Rachel drew Mocha?
I think when I had a good look at it, hang on, I'm gonna pull up the character sheet for Mocha real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Word.
Okay. So like I think for one thing it's like with Mocha here. Like one thing I can notice is like the sternness of her face.
Yeah.
So like her like the way like Rachel draws Mocha, she's like a lot more like mature, like serious, like she means business.
Mm-hmm.
Because she always does. And then like with mine here, it's like, and then with my rendition, it's like, yeah, she's still like. Now that I look at it, it's like it shows seriousness, but in a way of like, I guess. It's gonna sound weird, but like newly put in trauma.
Okay.
Considering how the story's been going.
Newly put into trauma. Okay.
No, like she's like how Mocha would have been like in terms of like her seriousness like before maybe she met the boys of her like still dealing with everything. So like younger in a way.
Right. Yeah. She doesn't seem quite as. Yeah.
Then again, they all look pretty younger compared to how
especially Dr. Atlas looks like. Hey.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh no.
And you draw the eyes a little bigger than she did.
Yeah.
Which is, I assume, your style.
Yeah, like that's like one thing. I tried drawing them like a bit smaller, but then the rest of the proportions just seemed off. So I just kind of like trusted the process for the most part.
Okay. Do you have a artist that you or a style or something that is influences your work? Or is this just you?
Well, like the thing is like I can't really think of like an artist myself at the top of my head.
Okay.
I guess like in terms of style and just like someone I've been following like religiously.
It can be secularly.
Yeah. Oh crud! I can't even remember anything. Yeah, I can't really think of like someone at the top of my head right now. I'm so sorry.
I was just asking.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've read a lot of manga, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. My brain just sorry. I think in terms of manga, I think one style like that's been like I guess stuck with me in terms of just like looking back to it every now and then. It's dang, I can't remember. Like, what sucks about me is I can't remember artists' names for the life of me, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's the artist and the writer for this manga called Sweat and Soap,
Yeah,
which
I
is
don't
like
know.
it's a rom com, like
Alright.
just to get
Okay.
just to get a good idea.
Okay.
But like but yeah, it's a good combination of it's like a pretty good combination of like them portraying like obviously it's in an anime manga aesthetic, and then but it mostly talks about like mainly adult stuff. Like it takes place with two people who work in an office,
Okay.
which like quite frankly I kind of like enjoy those type of stories.
Okay. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So so this is sort of yeah, it's a different take on these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there'll be new characters to come.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, that wasn't in the contract. I'm kidding.
What new characters? So, are any of these? I mean, is it challenging to have twins, identical twins as characters, or is that easy because you can just sort of copy one to the other?
I think I think it's a combination of yes and no, because I know when it comes to Marty and Eli, like obviously they look alike. So I guess one of the challenges might be is just either wardrobe, because like obviously there's that, and then maybe just like portraying them in different ways than just showing that one person has longer hair than the other.
Right.
That makes any sense? Because like obviously like these guys like they have like their own different personalities, no matter how much, like no matter how you cut it.
Yeah.
So I think one challenge, especially since I'm going to be drawing them repeatedly, is just try to portray that, yeah, they're twins, but they be different.
Yeah.
So now I guess the first stories. So you're still wrapping up issue 23,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then 24 and 25 are going to be then
Like a new arc, right?
What?
It's going to be like it's in like a story that's like a new part of the story, like or a new episode, pretty much.
Yes, episode. Yeah, I talk like that too. Yeah, there'll be two episodes that happen simultaneously, and basically it's going to be Eli and Marty in separate stories, right?
Hey,
yeah. So it'd be easier this time. You only just have one to do to start with. And we were always sort of looking for a Western anime style.
Yeah.
So maybe you're going to be right on the
Hopefully, after like a few issues of working with you guys, it'll start morphing into. It'll start morphing back into Western.
That's fine. But I mean, it's it's fine.
Yeah.
What it is, and we want you to have, the freedom to, kind of bring your own vision to it.
Yeah, of course.
Not just being, exactly the same. Or,
Yeah, like, cause like, but like, it's like one of those things. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna go like, oh, ooh, desi on the comic, because that'd be dumb.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Not that I can think of at the moment, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, basically, we haven't decided how many pages a month you're going to be doing yet, because I know there's a lot of factors to work in.
Yeah, since I'm also going to be coloring them, so I believe we did the thing of like the first issue, like we're gonna go at it by month to see how much, and then like just figure it out from there.
Right. And basically, the process has been that we get thumbnails and then pencils and.
So I think I will do that with you too, just so it won't be a thing where if I commit to everything and then send it to you and then we do the changes, it'd be easier just to like do the doodles first and then see what needs to be changed and then commit.
But I believe with the first issue you'll be doing, Trevor will probably he'll be doing the doodles, so to speak, right?
Hey.
Well, I mean, because it's Hey, it's his story.
Yeah. And then I also do have the page that I worked on for you guys as well.
Let's
pull that
take a
up.
look at that. So,
There we go.
all right. And so this was a page that Rachel had already done for, was it 22 or 21 or something like that?
I believe it was 21.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they all kind of mush together in my head sometimes. So this was a page she'd already done, so you were trying not to look at what she did.
Yeah, hang on. Let me pull up the page she did as well now that we're talking about it.
Okay.
So hang on. If you guys can see that okay still, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's not too small.
Well, it's pretty tiny, but
So and then we have Rachel's page right here.
Oh.
There, hopefully that'll be okay.
How do you have the pencils?
I'm sorry?
Aren't those the pencils?
Yeah, it was just the pencils you guys sent me with the test.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean it still works out just fine.
Okay. Well, you probably would have had the inks at some point because.
I think I still have the ink somewhere on my iPad somewhere.
Okay. All right, I thought we'd sent you that. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's good. I mean, it still translates pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. So you did something. You followed the script closer and put in more time things, which was fine. That was. I mean, originally again, we gave Rachel, and you should feel free as you're reading these scripts to say, oh, this would work better or whatever, or she would initially move some panels around or add a panel or take a panel away or whatever sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so we would look at it, and sometimes we'd go with it. I think most of the time we went with her suggestions as far as layouts and go, but we would sometimes go, no, we don't have to, we wrote them seeing it this way for a reason. So so this was sort of action for you, right?
Yes. Yeah, so I believe when you guys sent me the email for the test, it was like a combination of like, hey, we sent you this stuff, just like do your best not to like totally copy the page, which makes sense because once I start doing stuff on my own, I'm not going to be having this part of the template anyway.
Right.
So like it did a combination of like just looking at this to see some inspiration, but for the most part, I was just like concentrating on the script itself.
Okay.
And yeah, I think like one of the main thing, like I guess I think like you guys, like when we talked about it, one of the main things I couldn't really get around with me is like I ended up just like going with this panel right here with like Eli just panicking right here, like in panel 3.
Okay.
So like it was a combination of like, yeah, I just kind of took it from the original sketch, but the way I did it is like I just made it look like he was actually pacing, which is actually, I believe it was said here in the script somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm just like, I'll go with this.
That's fine. Yeah. So I think that's sometimes, as I say, we would say pace, and she would not do that or whatever.
Yeah.
So again, that was sort of her artistic.
Yeah. And also I can see why with like how much like real estate you do have on a page, there's only so much you can do. So it's like even if he wasn't pacing, you can still see like the dire situation of like, I don't know how to get out of this situation. What do?
Yeah. No. It's true. Yeah. This kind of he's sort of very similar in the two.
Yeah.
Holding his hand to his head, which is fine. So
yeah, I think for that panel it was just more of I did not just want to like copy paste Eli just going left and right, so I'm just like I need to show at least some sort of emotion here.
Right. Okay. Well, we bought it, so.
Ha, yes.
So, all right. Anything else you want to talk about with her? Our new artist?
I don't know.
Share it with the class, Paul.
I don't know. It's just going to be interesting seeing how the comic turns out going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's all going to be on your head, Julia.
Oh boy, no pressure or anything.
No, not at all. So no, but I think I'm very happy that it worked out this way. I guess you can stop sharing if you want to.
Okay. Where's Discord? Oh, my thing. There we go.
No, I'm really glad it worked out because I've really liked working with you, and I'm glad we were
I like working with you guys too.
Oh, that's right. But no, it's nice that we could do this. So I'm hoping that it's a
Yeah.
good thing
Also,
for
like, I
everybody.
also understand the whole thing of like it's nice to work with someone like or you have been working with prior. So it's like it works out in the end since I already know like a good idea of like how you guys operate, anyways. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, good. So yeah, we'll try not to be too, demanding, but I probably will be.
Oh dear.
Well, just like if you're gonna turn over so many pages a month, then we're gonna have to, But we'll see how it works out.
Yeah. Like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Right, and we're probably gonna cross that bridge in like March or April, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be, realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting. Paul's looking at things while we're talking. So, all right. Any last thoughts?
I think like the one like I guess like it should be very well said like just like thank you for giving me this opportunity, and it's been a pleasure working with you for the past few years, and hope to continue onward for the next few years to come.
Yeah, and right back at you.
Hey.
No, I really do like working with you. I like you as a person, and
Hey.
it helps. And it's nice to be able to. I feel like we can talk to you more often for some reason. I know we're actually really close by.
Like you guys have dropped off like like Christmas cards and everything at my house. Like it's really nice.
Yeah, so you're close, so that also makes it a little nicer, I guess.
I think it also helps the fact that we also like we have a mutual or like mostly your sons have like a mutual friend, so it's like it works out that way as well.
Right. Yeah, we wouldn't have met you unless they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it worked out. Okay.
Like they were just like, let me introduce you to this person.
So we've moved you up to, or moved Rachel down. We made sort of on the bios on the website. I made everybody emeritus that used to work on it, creative team emeritus, and so she and Sika are the artists, and below them are the colorists we've had, and you're right now as the artist.
Hey.
But if you ever you were going to update your bio on there.
Okay. I believe it should still be
great.
fine as it is right now. So
It was kind of an interesting opportunity because I was able to reach out to everybody who had worked on the book and say I'm updating the bios, and everybody pretty much responded. So I updated everybody's, or kept it the same, or added, Paige sent us a photograph she wants us to use, and that was kind of a nice little way of touching base with everybody.
yeah. I'm still looking through some of my stuff right now. But for the most part, everything that's still it's fine for now. It's fine as it is right now.
Okay.
And if there's any changes of some sort, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, because we want to, again, we're trying to promote you as well as the book.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I guess we're going to see you next week
Yeah.
to talk about, what's the book?
Lock and Key.
Lock and Key.
Hey.
So you've read it, right?
Yeah, I've started reading it, and I just read like the first like 10 pages. I'm like, what did I just get myself into? I'm like, huh? Like I was reading it at work the other day, and then my boss walks into the break room going like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No."
They're making me read this book. It's
like,
well, we'll talk about it more next week.
I was like, yeah, like I don't mind. It's interesting, but also my brain is just like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, everything it just keeps happening. All right. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh, and I was surprised when people say that. It's like, well, thank you for being. No, thank you. No, it's always.
Well, it's your channel, so.
Yeah, it's true, but it's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
The sign off.
Yes.
Y'all are a hoot.
If you're watching this on YouTube later and you like this, leave a like. And if you want to see more like this, subscribe and ring that bell.
All right. So until next week, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.
Bye.